It was a night carved in legacy, fire, and fierce ambition. Reality of wrestling. Summer of Champions promised a showdown for the ages, and it delivered something even more unforgettable. In the main event of the evening, the NWA Women's World Championship was on the line, a title steeped in over 8 decades of history, lineage, and greatness. From the shadows of Mildred Burke in 1937 to the golden eras of women's wrestling, few championships have carried the same weight, the same gravitas. And now, in the heart of Texas, under the bright lights of the World Gym Arena, that very championship was set to be defended by a woman who has redefined dominance in modern wrestling, Kamille, the powerhouse known across the industry as the Brick House. Standing across from her, however, was no ordinary challenger. Hailing from Millwoods, Alberta, Canada, Gigi Rey had been building a name brick by brick in the halls of reality of wrestling. With the hometown crowd at her back and momentum on her side, Gigi stepped into the biggest match of her career, not just to challenge for a championship, but to prove that she belonged at the highest level. Sponsored by Jeremy Weller, and inspired by her roots and the energy of the Row Nation, Gigi Rey entered the ring with fire in her eyes and steel in her heart, ready to do what no one else had done in over a year: dethrone Kamille. As the bell rang, the tension was palpable. Kamille wasted no time showcasing her overwhelming strength, asserting dominance with a fierce collar and elbow tie-up that sent Gigi stumbling. For the first few minutes, the champion manhandled her challenger with suplexes, gut-wrench throws, and punishing holds that slowly wore down Gigi's midsection. But what Gigi lacked in size, she more than made up for in heart. Time and again, she dug deep, absorbing punishment and firing back with lightning-quick strikes, low kicks, and a stunning bicycle knee that staggered Kamille. The crowd roared with every exchange, every near fall, every flash of hope that this might be the night a new champion is crowned. Kamille, however, has built her legacy on endurance and relentlessness. A student of the game and a relentless gym warrior, she never allowed Gigi a full opening. She countered a missile dropkick with brutal precision, bent Gigi in half with a textbook torture rack, and nearly ended the match right there. But Gigi's ring awareness saved her yet again, just barely reaching the bottom rope, showcasing veteran-level instincts despite her young career. The fans firmly behind Gigi sensed the shift, the idea that this underdog, this scrappy challenger from Millwoods, might just have enough in the tank to pull off the upset of the year. As the match entered its final stretch, both women showed the scars of battle. Breathing heavy, bruised and battered, they traded stiff forearms, sharp kicks, and raw emotion. Gigi caught Kamille flush with a second rope forearm, then followed it with a beautifully executed underhook suplex that sent the champion crashing to the mat. She dove into the cover, 1, 2, but not 3. Kamille kicked out, and the crowd let out a unified gasp. That moment, that split second where the championship almost changed hands, will live in the minds of those fans forever. But just as Gigi went for one final big move, climbing onto the apron and preparing what could have been the winning blow, the atmosphere shifted. From the back emerged Promise Braxton, the inaugural winner of the Sherry Martel Classic and one of the most dangerous rising stars in the women's division. Without laying a hand, Braxton's mere presence at ringside was enough to distract Gigi Rey at the most critical point in the match. Kamille seized the opportunity, rolled up Gigi, and with just enough leverage, secured the 3 count. The bell rang, and Kamille remained the NWA Women's World Champion. The arena erupted, part celebration, part outrage. Kamille retained her title, but not without controversy. Gigi Rey lay in the ring, robbed of what could have been a career-defining moment. But the night was far from over. Grabbing a microphone and marching into the spotlight, Promise Braxton made her intentions crystal clear. With confidence oozing from every word, she mocked the audience, ridiculed Kamille for overlooking her, and made a statement that echoed through the arena. "You should have prepared for me, Kamille." Not her. Calling herself the true challenger, the future of women's wrestling, and the one destined to take the gold, Braxton issued a chilling declaration. Say the name, Promise Braxton. And that's not a threat. That's a guarantee. As Kamille stood tall with the title, her victory already stained with the shadow of interference, the story became much larger than one match. Gigi Rey had proven she belonged on the grandest stages, showing grit, ring IQ, and pure heart that could not be denied. The crowd's support of her had never been stronger. Kamille, though still champion, now found herself staring down the barrel of a new war, one that might be even tougher than the last. And Promise Braxton, by inserting herself into this main event, didn't just start a feud, she ignited a fire that could burn through the women's division like never before. In one night, we witnessed history, heartbreak, controversy, and the start of a new chapter in the NWA and reality of wrestling. With titles, pride, and legacy on the line, Summer of Champions lived up to its name and raised the stakes